90% of family businesses don't survive more than the third generation. 90%. So if you're a family business, that's the first generation, second generation, the third generation, 90% will not survive across the world. This survey is across the world. What is the reason? Why do you think? Thank you, good evening and welcome to all. Family business is a very important aspect of any economy. एक survey है, वहाँ पे it is said that 90% of family businesses don't survive more than the third generation. 90%. So if you're a family business, that's the first generation, second generation, the third generation, 90% will not survive across the world. This survey is across the world. What is the reason? Why do you think that is the reason? Any idea why this survey that 90% of the businesses नहीं survive कर पा रहे हैं beyond the third generation? What do you all think? Any reason? Any specific reason? Anyone? Any specific reason? Why is it happening that way?
Maybe no appropriate change that is made in the business.
Okay, change, very, very important. From a young lady, she says change, very important word. Any other reason? Any other reason that it doesn't survive beyond the... Yes, please. Yes,
the business, the way the business is going on, it has to be changed. So
okay.
The earlier generation is doing something else, and it has to be changed with the time.
Okay.
And that particular thing is not absorbed by the earlier generation, and it is not acceptable for the upcoming generation.
But you know, as they say, अच्छा चल रहा है, क्यों change करना है?
So
that's a typical thing. Every generation will probably say, it's going well. It's worked for 20 years, 30 years, why should I change? But very valid point, sir.
Not in our fashion.
Fair enough, very valid point. Yes, madam, please. Yeah.
It's lack of interest and knowledge about it.
Interest, knowledge about things. Yes, yes, sir, please.
आज जिसकी जरूरत है वो कल होगी, उसकी जरूरत ऐसा नहीं हो सकता.
Okay, fair. Individual's mindset. So basically we have changed mindset and way of doing business. I think what is happening is today जब younger generation business में आ रहे हैं, every day they read in the morning, they read a paper. उसमें है, what is there in the paper? Some company has raised $10 million, $20 million, $15 million. And यहाँ बोलते हैं, पापा बोलते हैं, मैं तो 3 महीने से बैंक जा रहा हूँ, 2 करोड़ का लोन ही नहीं मिल रहा है. So that's the problem. The problem is the growth rate. So today when you reach the third generation, unless and until systems, processes and practices are set for them to take it to the higher level, they don't find it fascinating to join the business. So today if you have a small shop and you're earning certain amount of money, I think they'll say, I better work in ICICI Bank or HDFC Bank rather than running the shop. That is fascinating me more. So I think the very clear key is really, as all of you all pointed out, change and growth. That's very important. At the same time, जब हम सब ने business start किया है, how did we start the business? We got an idea, थोड़ा खुद का पैसा लगाया, we went to the bank, शायद एक अच्छा bank manager मिला, he gave a loan. How did he give a loan? Probably we mortgaged the house. वो लोन लिया हमने, increase किया. So what's the growth rate? हमने growth rate कितना किया? About 10%, 15%, 20%. That's the normal growth rate. But today you see companies that are not growing at 15, 20, 30%, but by 100% year on year. So when you have companies that are growing 100% year on year, the younger generation says that why can't we grow that way? A simple example, there is a company, especially ladies को पता होगा, there is a company called Mama Earth. Okay, Mama Earth. It's a 6-year-old company. 6 साल की company है. It's a 6-year-old company. What is the sales? 998 crores. 998 crores. Today, Bajaj Hair Oil is a 45-year-old company. Sales is 250 crores. So today, if they can go 6 साल में अगर 1000 crore का sale कर रहे हैं, but a lot of people will say that ये सही business नहीं है, ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए. This is the way because they are making a loss. But they have got 1000 crores of sale. तो कुछ तो सही कर रहे हैं. So what is important today is not only the change in which way we do business, but पैसा कैसे लाना है business में. So today it is, as we always say, it is funding beyond banks. Funding beyond banks, today we have many avenues. Ajay ji is very much here. He's been one of the pioneer people in the SME exchange. Today, I think over 1,000 SMEs have been listed on both the exchange, BSE, NSE, and today a lot of money is raised on the SME exchange. So people are getting in equity. Today you have equity investors, private equity investors, but what do they look at? They look at three things. एक scalability of business जिसे बोलते हैं, what we call as scalability of business. 5%, 10%, 15% doesn't impress people. Today you got to have a growth rate of 40-50% a year. You got to grow. Please remember one thing, ये जो अगले 10 साल है Indian economy के लिए is going to be the golden years of the Indian economy. There will be more wealth created in the next 10 years rather than the last 75 years. Because today, जब the elder generation started business, एक ही कमी थी, idea था, जोश था, capital कभी नहीं था. There was no capital. There was only Bank of Maharashtra, Cooperative Bank and State Bank of India. There was no form of capital. But today if you look at it, capital around the world is chasing India. Foreign investors anywhere in the globe want to invest in India, whether it's the stock market, whether it is a private space, they really want to chase India, they want to put money in India. अब कोई भी brand देखिए, world का any big brand, why do you think they are having an Indian presence today? They are having an Indian presence because they know the consumption story is India. So if India is going to grow very, 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 very rapidly, each of our businesses have to grow fast as well. अगर हम slow हो जाएंगे हमारे growth rate में, so someone else will come and capture that market space. And जब हमारे market space जाएगा, it will go from our own business. USP of the business, if you ask a lot of family businesses, second generation या third generation, what's the USP? आपका unique selling point क्या है? Reputation. Majority people will say reputation. But today in a competitive world, everyone has reputation. वो reputation सबके पास है. The USP has moved from reputation to capital. People that have capital are able to do business. It's simple. Today if I am selling one thing or I am selling another thing, अगर मैं ज़्यादा payment अच्छी terms दूँगा, better capital दूँगा, I'll get more business. Let's look at Apple. If you look at Apple, I have opened 2 flagship stores in India, one in Delhi, one in Mumbai. Why do you think Apple needs to come to India? Because Apple knows that even selling a phone at 1.5 lakh rupees, the maximum consumption will be in India. So the consumption story is India. Okay, you look at Louis Vuitton, LV. Who's the brand ambassador of Louis Vuitton? Deepika Padukone. She's the worldwide ambassador. Ab Europe jaye, half the countries don't even know her. They don't even know her, that who is she? But why do you think she is the ambassador? She is the brand ambassador because they know maximum sales in the next 5 years is going to come from India. वो कहाँ से आएगा इंडिया में? Money is not going to fall from the trees. हमारी economy grow होगी, people will really spend money, and people aspirational values will increase. So for all the businesses that are there, first generation or second generation, you got to make it attractive for your children to join the business. When I say attractive, what does it really mean? To have good potential, have systems and practices in place. इतना याद रखिए, जो बच्चे हैं, वो problem में नहीं join होना चाहते हैं. So today, if your business is going through a problem, they will say, we are happy working rather than joining the problem. They want to join a growth story. They want to join a growth story where they can get exponential growth. So they will put systems in place, they will put practices in place. There was a parallel economy, जो हमारी parallel economy जो कच्चा book बोलते हैं, you know, that kind of thing. That changed after GST. Every business is making that change. किसी का 90% से 50% आ चुका है, किसी का 70% आ चुका है, and probably after a few years, everything will be in the formal economy. Today, digital payments or digitalization is the best in India. The fastest and the cheapest internet is in India. You go up America जाइए, you do not have this kind of speed and this kind of cost. आज every village, वो शायद बनियान ट्री के नीचे बैठा है villager, post office नहीं है, बैंक नहीं है, but 4G connectivity है उसके पास. When he has the 4G connectivity, what is he searching? One, he's looking at reels, and second, he's shopping. Now, when he's shopping, किसका फायदा हो रहा है? A lot of people like Amazon today. So, not only companies like Amazon are going through tier 1 cities, but tier 2 cities, tier 3 cities. उससे क्या हो रहा है? A spiraling effect in the economy is happening. If you see warehousing is not only developing near the ports and the main cities, but small cities as well. So ये जो the economic boom that India is seeing, ये रहेगा next 10 साल 15 साल जरूर रहेगा. Maybe short term में तकलीफ आएगी. In the sense, short term could be a teji and a mandi in the economy. That's a part of the cycle. But if you put it in the next 10 years, I think the Indian economy will really grow. And what is it that all the business owners, you all as business owners need to do is to make the business attractive for children to join. Because today, opportunity outside businesses are also large. At the same time, क्या हो रहा है? A lot of times children are saying that, listen, my father has one business. Business बहुत boring है, नहीं join करना है. I don't like this. I don't like this business. I will take some money, I borrow some money or get some investors and probably I'll do some other business. So today, enthusiasm that is there is very high in India. 10 years back, if you went to the best management college, if you went to IIM Ahmedabad 10 years or 12 years or 15 years back, 90% of the batch will say, मुझे Hindustan Lever Citibank में काम चाहिए. 90%. Today, if you go, the top 10% say, we want to do something on our own, we want to start up. I was giving a lecture to Stanford students. Stanford students से lecture ले रहा था. So एक जो थे Chinese origin के थे, very intriguing boy. I spoke to him. उन्होंने Facebook, that is Meta, gave him an offer for $1 million. $1 million salary. He did not take the job. So I was amazed. I was like, $1 million? किसी की पूरी जिंदगी जमा पूंजी नहीं बनती है $1 million. और ये बच्चे की start salary थी. So I asked him, I said, why didn't you take the job? He said, sir, I think my potential is worth $10 million. So why should I take a job for $1 million? So this is the change. I think this is the change that is taking place. And I think that is very important for every one of us to recognize. If we are going to leave our businesses, जैसा है, चल रहा है, कोई बात नहीं है, चलते क्यों बिगाड़ना है, I think the generation below will not really enjoy or join the business. And that is why 90% of family businesses fail beyond the third generation. So growth is very imperative. For growth, you need capital. And that is what avenues of capital have really opened up in India. So at Wellington, we have this family business course in which students are really taught important aspects of business, whether it's finance, whether it is marketing, whether it is succession, and various things. So how to drive a family business. It's very important. What is important is knowledge is very important. अगर आप बिना knowledge करोगे, शायद 5 साल लग जाएंगे, but you do it with the right kind of toolkits and the knowledge, you'll probably do it in 2 years. Networking is very important today. You all are all here for networking. So networking with your peers, that is very important. That is really there. So today the way businesses are there have changed. हर business में जो है technology embrace हो चुकी है, technology has come in, and technology is the way forward. Now, how do you implement that technology in your business? आपके business में कैसे करना है is something that you need to figure out, that your children need to figure out, and that is what the world is looking at. If you look at insurance, whether you're looking at banking, whether you're looking at money transfer, today if you buy one banana, the banana vendor says, GPay karo. So today when that is happening, when you're doing GPay, see the potential that is really there. If you go to the IT part of India, that is you go to Pune, Hyderabad, Bangalore, they never carry money. They never ever carry money. There's no money that is there. Everything is electronic. Everything is electronic, so it's seamless, that is really there. So there is the huge potential. So this transition jo hai, that has happened from the conventional economy to the new economy is something that is really important. You have to embrace the change, create practices and systems ke naya generation aaye, and they will embrace it. There was a time where computers were introduced in India. People said that no, we can't take in computers. Today there is no business without computers. That's really there. Madam spoke about real estate. If you look at the real estate industry today, it is revolutionized in the last 1 decade. How builders and developers have really grown leaps and bounds, that is there. Today construction has gone to the next level through the world-class techniques. So things have changed. Things have really, really changed. Today, where you look at a developer, first the model was build one, sell one, build one, sell one. Today you have developers that have raised thousands of crores from private equity investors, thousands of crores, and they have gone on to really build. So things have changed, it's really changed. There are many new aspects that have come in, like data centers, warehousing. These are the new businesses that children could be interested in, and that is what this course really demonstrates. So I think it's time that a lot of y'all जो भी business में है, embrace that the Indian economy is going to grow and the change is very, very important. So if that change is there, I think that's the first starting point, and you will look at change in various aspects. Last but not the least, people say एक ही चीज problem है family business में, हमें talent नहीं मिलता है. I don't get talent. कोई हमारे साथ काम नहीं करता. We don't get talent. You don't get talent because there is no professionalism in the family business. You don't want to pay at par with the industry. Okay, I'll give you a simple example. I met one veneer manufacturer, 90 crores in sales. He says, sir, ये हमें accounts में बहुत problem आता है. So I spoke to the accountant. Very bad, very, very bad accountants. Then I asked further. He's paid 10,000 rupees. 10,000 rupees is what he's paid. So then I told the promoter, sir, थोड़ा ढंग का बोले, हाँ, done. So I sent him some CVs that, through some headhunter कि ये CVs है. He said, कभी जिंदगी में सर हमने 1 लाख रुपया नहीं दिया है. 30 साल में हमने लाख रुपया नहीं दिया है, तो अभी कैसे दे सकते हैं? So if you are at 90 crores and you don't want to really get the right talent, then, then God help you. So this change is the change that, a lot of people should embrace, because it's very clear, अगर आप आपके business को नहीं grow करेंगे, तो कोई दूसरा वो आपके business को वो grow करेगा ही करेगा. Your market share will shrink over a period of time. And this is not only for technology businesses. If you look at retail, sir spoke about the retail. Look at the DMart story. I mean, I have never seen an empty DMart any part of the country. Never. Never, ever, ever. Any part of the country. It's conventional brick and mortar business. So if they can do it, why can't we all do it? So you'll have to put the right systems in place. It's a lengthy process, but change is imperative. So I think all the people that have children that need to be trained in family business, I think the course is a great course to really associate with. It's a good brand to associate with, and the prerequisite knowledge will be given. Perfect. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you.
Thank you, sir. I request Dr. Amit Bagwe, Rachna Bagwe, and Manoj sir to felicitate Dr. Farzan with a big round of applause.